Someone is lying to you right now. Not maybe, not possibly. Right now, today, someone in your life is telling you something that is not true. And the worst part is not that they are lying. The worst part is that you probably believe them. We are terrible at detecting lies. Studies put human lie detection accuracy at around 54%, barely better than a coin flip. And yet we walk around convinced we would know. We tell ourselves we can read people. No, we cannot. But here is what we can do. Stop looking at the person and start listening to the words. The body is easy to control. You can school your face, steady your hands, make eye contact, and look completely calm while telling a complete lie. But language leaks. The words people choose when lying follow patterns so consistent that researchers can identify deception from text alone, without ever seeing the person's face. Communication scientist James Pennebaker spent decades analyzing language patterns across thousands of subjects. What he found was that lying is not just a moral act, it is a cognitive one, and cognition leaves fingerprints. Here is what those fingerprints look like. The first is distance. When people lie, they pull themselves out of the story. Watch how often the word "I" disappears. A liar says, "The situation was handled. Mistakes were made. No wrongdoing occurred." Passive voice. Vague actors. Nobody did anything. Things just happened. When someone tells the truth, they own it. I did this. I felt that. I was there. Lance Armstrong, denying doping in 2005, barely mentioned himself. He described a hypothetical French laboratory technician opening hypothetical samples. He floated above the story like it had nothing to do with him. 8 years later, admitting the truth, he said, "I lost myself in all of that. I was used to controlling everything in my life." Same man, same topic, completely different relationship to the word "I." The second fingerprint is negativity. Liars feel guilty. Their face stays neutral, but their language turns dark. The words become stupid, terrible, awful. The emotion leaks into the adjectives even when nothing else gives them away. The third is simplicity. Building a lie is hard work. Your brain is generating something that does not exist while managing your anxiety and keeping your story consistent. Under that load, complexity collapses. This is why powerful lies are often strikingly bare. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. 7 words. No texture, no detail, no life. Real memories are messy. Invented ones are clean because they were designed. The fourth fingerprint is padding. Even though the core of the lie stays simple, liars surround it with noise. Convoluted sentences, official-sounding details that give the impression of substance without saying anything. John Edwards, denying paternity, said, "I only know that the apparent father has said publicly that he is the father of the baby." He never said the child's name. He called his own daughter the baby. When he later admitted the truth, he said, "I am Quinn's father. I will do everything in my power to provide her with the love and support she deserves." 11 words to say what 60 words spent avoiding. So here is what you are listening for. Fewer eyes. Darker words than the situation calls for. A story too clean and too simple. And sentences that go on longer than they need to while saying less than they should. None of these signals is proof alone. Context matters. Baseline matters. What you are listening for is the gap between how this person normally speaks and how they are speaking right now. That gap is where the truth lives. Not in the eyes, not in some Twitch television taught you to look for. In the words. In the distance between the words and the person saying them. Because that distance is the lie.